Well, in 2011, the National Standards data was pretty clear, very clear, telling us that although maths and reading were going very well, the writing data was 20% behind that as far as those who were at and above. So these are call to action straight away.
To address those concerns, first of all, we had to look at what effective leadership would look like in relation to improving those results. So we needed to figure out what we wanted to do and the best way to do it.
One of the things we're really sure that would be useful is they're having a clear idea right across the school of what writing that was great looked like, and making sure that everyone in the whole school was on board with that.
Before, it was two plans, the junior and the senior, and they were very effective things separately, but we needed to bring them together and we needed everyone on board.
So we adopted a tickled pink and green for growth. So tickled pink is all of the great things that the children are doing, and the green is for the growth, the things that they're going to grow. And that means across the whole school we're all adopting that, we're using that same language.
It is now really cohesive and it's a really strong writing program that was a collaboration of everyone.
I think you nearly know 2 new words. What do you think?
I think as well as leading from the top, we were actually leading from the middle, and we were in there, in the classrooms, doing the teaching, taking part in observations, being observed ourselves.
Because I think as a literacy leader and just a teacher that teaches writing, that you might think that you are an amazing writing teacher, and I've learnt that actually there's always more room for development. You can always become better.
When the teachers are released from their class to go and visit another class and see the great things that are going on, they need opportunity to talk about that. And if you say, oh, I'll do it at lunchtime, I'll do it after school or whatever, the moment's lost. And so when they go and visit those classes, one of the things I said straight away is I will actually release the teachers from that class, get into the class and go and do that, and then you know that you're having direct impact. And I love, after I've been in that class just before lunchtime, walking back past the office and you can actually hear the electricity, the buzz of people talking about it, because the moment was right then and you can hear all that learning going on. Good job, Lockie.
When we bring a piece of writing to a team meeting to look at, to moderate, to look at what they've done well and what they can work on, we actually are all taking responsibility for the writing program in that teacher's classroom at that time and for that student. So no one teacher is left alone to do their thing. It's a real collective.
Punctuation, yeah.
They're really strong, aren't they?
Yeah.
I know that all the teachers here are really proud of what we've done, and we've come a really long way, and so the writing does get displayed.
It's celebrated in so many ways. We put examples of them in the newsletter, we put them on the blogs, kids share them at assemblies, and they're really encouraged to do well.
I said, look, I need to call on everyone, please, to most of the time, at least 80% of the time, if you're sending people over to me to celebrate their work, send writing. And you can start to see the difference that made. Children coming in, they would actually, instead of just reading something that someone else had written, that they were actually celebrating that with me.
What's his sub?
And I was able to pick up on the things I knew the teachers were being really specific about, not just saying, well, that's really nice writing, but because I was working with them on the things that we were aware that worked, actually saying, I can see the great descriptive language you have in there, or I love the way that you used a hook at the start of your writing there, or the different ways that they were working on the skills of writing.
I'll say yes.
Oh, look, and I can see tickled pink right here. What are these you've been doing here?
I've seen them in books.
Yeah, what are they? Yeah, you put the speech marks around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what makes Hinuera a learning community. It's all about learning and growing, and that's been really visible with writing, with teachers learning about different ways, with students learning about different ways to write, and with parents learning about different ways through parent evenings, and with board members. Everyone's just wanting to get better and continue to learn and grow.
And when you can be involved in a very direct way as a leader, you know that how powerful that is, that it's not telling people to do things, it's actually saying, let's all do this together.